Hi guys, Ashantin here, how are you? Isn't this an absolutely magnificent view? I was on my way home, but I have found a very interesting place that I think may well be my future home. Anyway, this is one view, but the other view, yes, I have found a cherry orchard, which I absolutely love, or a cherry forest. This is a rather unusual one. In that it is huge, some of them are, but it's got all sorts of biomes around it, and, God, look at this, it's built over a ravine, or it has spawned over a ravine, so I've got a cherry orchard and a ravine, so it's quite an interesting place. And I'm carrying on round, then you can see, so we've got fir forest over there, innumerable pigs, and Dog, your points about bacon are very well made, bacon and different coloured flowers. But I've been travelling around it a bit and getting to know it a little bit. It is quite extensive, and unlike some of them I've seen, it's quite hilly. But look what I've found. Isn't this fantastic? It is a wonderful wagon. I think that's a wagon anyway. It looks like the wheels come off the wagon, but on it are animal traps. Compressed salt block, coolest wood planks. I don't know what coolest is, whether that's just a laugh, but I think that this is absolutely wonderful, this wagon. I love the way it's built out of cherry wood, but this wood down here, that's not cherry wood, I don't think. These are fantasy blocks again, Japanese maple log. But look, this is a torch, isn't that incredible? And I've got fish traps, a block of iron, and then animal traps, so it's absolutely fantastic. So I thought you'd be interested in that, because I certainly was when I found it, I'll tell you that. These cherry biomes are wonderful. I mean, apart from the fact they're beautiful, and can you see I've got an autumn biome or something like that over there? They have so many different trees, and yes, I have an autumn biome that I attach to down there. It's a great place, this. I think it's very unexpected to me, because I always thought of cherry areas as being rather sort of gentle and undulating and not having many ups and downs in them. I've got all sorts of stuff here. But this one is fantastic, and it is very extensive. You can see it goes on and on and on. I have to be very careful not to get lost, because there's almost like a second piece over here. It's absolutely beautiful. And I've travelled all the way around, but it takes about a day to travel all the way around. And it goes on and on over there. I mean, I think the cart with the fish traps on is just fantastic. It's wonderful stuff. Ooh. I've also got a cave underneath me there. It's probably this, I have to be very careful when I'm running or even travelling around. Yeah, it's this ravine, isn't it? Oh, gosh, that's a deep one. Wow, that's a deep one. Right, well, we'll have to mine down to that, I think. I haven't seen any beehives here, which doesn't matter since I've got a bee with me. I have a classic, absolutely classic starter. Oh gosh. Right, where am I? I am underneath. I was going to say I have an absolutely classic starter home. Just so happens that the basement comes down into this area. This is the basement I'm going to use for storage. And this rather nice block is chalk. And then I've got basalt cobblestone. We started here. And then this is, it continues round. I'll go up here and show you. It's only a starter home, as always. Just a few walls, very bright red roof. I love the cherry wood with the grey. It's a good combination. So I hope I'm not going too quickly. So I've got the roof up and some walls. I'm not sure I like the cherry wood itself with the planks. It's odd because sometimes the wood doesn't go with the planks. And this is one of those biomes where it really doesn't. Round here we have some of the most boring hills I've ever seen. It's quite dreary, that sort of hillside. So where it sort of descends here, through all these beautiful groves with trees and all sorts of nice things, I decided to put a bamboo farm and compost bins. I have started a reed farm on the other side with a, as always, little lily pad way across, which is rather good. So we've already started to, and in fact this bamboo, the wet forest bamboo, I think was the only one I didn't have. I've started some flower beds, and on Dog's advice, and indeed Fedram's, I've put garden soil in, which I think looks rather good. And then if I go up over here, I've managed to corral some cows and pig. Well, I corralled the cows into a very convenient creeper hole. The creeper blew up behind the cows, and then the pigs jumped in. And I'm thinking, great, that's perfect. We do have piranhas, which is not perfect around here, but that's okay. I can live with a few piranhas. I thought you might like to come up, if we can get up this way. Let's not use garden soil. Let's use ordinary soil. And up here we have quite an ordinary biome, which has a lot of herb gardens in. But the one I wanted to show you is one that I think is quite stunning, which is over here. Sorry, the machine has to catch up with me as I run forwards. And I just think this is the most extraordinary looking biome. Quite incredible. Look at this, guys. Isn't that amazing? And look at the, if I can jump across this water, because this is one of these free-flowing places. I think it is marble. It's absolutely magnificent. I think it's fantastic. And it gets even better. Look at this. It almost looks, isn't that gorgeous? Look at the way that looks with the three levels coming out of it. It's really beautiful. So if I want to build a marbled house, I can do. And then there's this incredible biome here, which is just so full of the most wonderful different coloured stones. And I can quite see having a sort of a lookout house up here. This is soapstone. I don't know what you use that for. I wonder where that water goes. We'll go and have a look. I'm not meant to be exploring, but just sometimes one should indulge oneself. How far does it go? You have to be careful. You jump into some of these currents and you get rapidly carried downstream. I was sailing once and we jumped into riptides. Look at this. Isn't this incredible? And we jumped into a riptide to see what it was like to be in a riptide. We had a totally safe situation. It's going to muck up the look of it, but I can always take it away. Oh gosh, it's just gorgeous, isn't it? Look at that. That's what I'm always saying, isn't it? I think this is such a pretty, this rhyolite, I keep saying it's such a pretty block. But isn't that an incredible biome? And now I'm going to have to run home. I seem to have lava up here. I don't want to get caught out after dark. No, there's loads of sheep out here too, thank God. Because when I first came I had no, I'm going to go the wrong way if I'm not careful here. I had no bed. You know, I'd used up all my wool on corralling that wretched villager who escaped from what I thought was a nuclear power station, but in fact turned out to be a homage to Frankenstein. Well spotted dog, I say. Oh gosh, we're going to have a dangerous trip home. Guys, do you think we're going to make it? I'm not sure we are. It would help if I eat. Anyway, I've been watching Fedron's videos to try to make sure that I can make things like easy crafting benches and things like that that I really need to make. But I must say that finding that cart with the animal traps is going to be a real plus for me. Oh, doesn't that look pretty? Home all lit up. Isn't that lovely? We like that very much. It's that block I put in. There's something very welcoming about lights at night, isn't there? Whether it is in Minecraft or anywhere else. A well-lit path home, the warmth of the torches. Yeah, you've been stomping on my crops, pig. It's one of the reasons I went to garden soil. So let's run our way home. And then I hope, guys, you're going to enjoy this biome as much as I am. Oh, creeper. No. Oh, dash it. Why do they always have to do that? I'm not going to stay out here mending holes. I might just make it deeper and push the pigs in. Yeah, your fate is sealed now. Creeper hole equals pig pen. So I'm going to go inside. You'll notice I've started to move to carpenter's bed, carpenter's doors. And I say good night, guys.